Today I'm going to make stuffed onions with turkey meat. And I'll show you how to do it. So I like to cut the edges before I peel the onion, just because it gives you a flat surface when you want to peel it later on. And then once that's all done, we put in hot water. Once you have one onion that's like this and it's all done, you put it in hot water. I use the rice cooker, but you can use anything to boil some water, and just keep an eye on it and then wait till the onion is soft. Now before I boil in the water, I like to make a cut it about halfway, not all the way, just halfway, and cut it again, and that is to let it open in an easier way. When we boil it, you'll notice it'll be easier to peel if you do it that way. Now with the onion cooking, I like to put the water just above the onion, or just enough to cover as much as you can to let it boil all through. Now we're going to start doing our stuffing while the onions are getting ready. The leftover onions are already cut up and put it inside. And now what I'm doing at the moment is getting some turkey meat, ground turkey meat, and I'm going to add this to the filling with the onions very quickly. I can show you guys. And then I add what I did. Instead of breadcrumbs, I took 2 pieces of bread, soaked it in water, and then what I'm doing now is just taking out all the water that I can take out. And that could be, instead of using breadcrumbs, that could use as well. And then what we do, we add in 1 egg, and then any spices that you want to, any spices that you feel that you have in your cupboard, you can use. I use some za'atar, Middle Eastern spice. It's called za'atar, and some. I used some chicken salt. So normal salt, I'm just using chicken salt. All-purpose spices, and some oregano, or you can use Italian herbs, or whatever you have. It's all good. You can even make it more spicy, more whatever you want. Once you have it all there, you just mix it all together into one amount. So you have it all mixed up. Now my mix is all done. I added some tomato paste and some barbecue sauce. But you can add, honestly, anything you like. It's all about having fun with the food. I'll show you in a minute. Now, I just finished boiling the onions. I know it's ready, more or less, because it's yellower, a little bit yellow, changed color. And I'll let it cool down so I can start peeling the onion. With the water I used for the onions, instead of throwing it out, I'm going to boil some orzo so I can put it with everything else, and I'll show you guys once it's ready. Once the onion has cooled down a bit, enough for you to pick up, you're going to try to take out as much as you can, and you try to peel it into pieces. And not always the easiest, but that's what you do. You're peeling just layers of onion. Now a lot of the time you'll have leftover onion that you can't use for the for the filling. I just like to cut it up and add it to the actual filling itself, and then just once that's, just make sure it's all cut nice and small, and then mix it up with the rest of the other filling. Now we're going to fill up our onions once it's all peeled up for you. So all you do, you hold it and you take some of the filling and you roll it up like you make a kebab, and you put it inside the actual filling. Doesn't have to be perfect, just need to fill it, and you roll it up just like this, and you leave it inside. When you finish, you keep doing this till you fill everything to the top here. I'll show you in a second. So once the onions are done and ready to get cooked, I made my own sauce with some red wine, some soy, and some other spices in it. I used some oil, some salt, I think. I made it all yesterday, but you can make it the same day, it doesn't make a difference. And then they just steam out in the rice cooker. Once it's all done, this is how it's supposed to look like. I'm going to give this to my wife. Thank you, and have a nice week and a good night.